Welcome back. Well, today I have Bill and John here on behalf of the Bridge Club of Laguna Woods. Well, welcome both of you to the show. How are you today?
Great, thank you.
Wonderfully. Thanks for having us. Can't wait to tell our story.
Wow, he is really an excited one, huh?
He is.
Where'd you pick him up there,
Well,
John?
you know, it's nice to have lots of new enthusiasm in our Bridge Club.
Exactly, exactly. Well, before we get into what Bridge Club is, why don't you introduce us to you and what brings you to the Bridge Club?
Oh, what a wonderful question. Thank you. Well, my name is Bill Shane, and I'm kind of maybe in some ways a typical story. I played bridge when I was in college a few years ago, and then as a young adult, and then I went about 40 years without playing. Then it was, I really would like to play again. Where might I play? The Laguna Woods Bridge Club. So I went in and, gee, can a less experienced player feel welcome here? And people just reached out and they were just so nice and so welcoming. And it became a new home for me. And little did I know that John would say, well, there might be a future for you on the board. And then
Here
it happened.
Here you are. So now you're the new president for the Laguna Woods Bridge Club.
That's correct.
And how long have you lived in the village?
I've been here almost 1 year.
Wow, I think you're the newest person that I have met that has moved in here. What drew you to Laguna Woods?
I've lived in Orange County forever, since the 1960s, so I certainly knew of Laguna Woods or even Leisure World.
Oh, yeah.
And all the activities and all the amenities. And it's like, what a great place to be.
Okay.
As life changed and circumstances changed, like now is the time. And so
great.
Here I am.
Well, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the village. That is wonderful. So, John, you've been with the Bridge Club for a long time, and I'd love for our new folks who may have just moved in or did not know about the Bridge Club, tell us about it.
Well, you know, the Bridge Club has probably been here, I don't know, 30, 40 years. And our Bridge Club is a duplicate Bridge Club, where we all play the same hands, and how you play the hand basically is how you score, and whether you play it better than your opponents do and that type of thing. So you're really playing against the other people that you sit the direction with. So there's a north-south and an east-west player, and your competition really isn't your opponents, it's the other people that play that hand.
Right.
And so it's a social type of a thing. So you get to know everybody you play with, they become your friends, and so like we have evening bridge with our people that we met in the Bridge Club. We play once a month and with one group, and so it's a social activity that you get to play with. And one of the things that we've been really trying to work hard on our Bridge Club is to make it a fun atmosphere. And I think we've accomplished that, and Bill's a really good influence on that.
That's great. And I know that we've talked to many people who are with the Bridge Club, and you always have wonderful education. You have classes all the time, and you have competitions and fun things. And in fact, I guess in June you've got some things coming up. But before we get to that, you have an event that's coming up shortly. I think, is it the first time that you've all gotten together, or is this in addition?
No, we opened the Bridge Club back in July, so almost a year ago. Okay. And so, but one of the main events we've got coming up on June 3rd is Welcome Back to Bridge.
Perfect.
And it is for those people that may have played in college or something like Bill did, or just want to learn how to play bridge. And so it kind of starts from the basics and that type of a thing. So it's just a great way to get back into the game or to learn the game.
Okay, so this is an educational situation. I thought maybe it was a tournament, but it's an educational situation.
It's an educational program.
And you're doing it now. You're doing it on several different days. So it looks like it starts on Friday, June 3rd, but then it continues on to the other days. Is it necessary for them to go each time?
John, maybe I can. I'm working with the instructor on this.
Okay.
And Joan Anderson is a fabulous instructor, a great bridge player, a great bridge teacher, and a writer. But mostly, she's just a wonderful communicator. She's just so great at connecting with the people, including the new players who are her favorites. Okay. So this is a program, the custom program she's designed, that is exactly as John said. As you said. that it's for the person coming back to bridge. I haven't played in a long time. I know a little bit, or even for people that are brand new, but that are not the experienced players that want to learn more about the game, get better, meet people, have a good time. And so it's every Friday morning for about 6 weeks, starting on June 3rd, in Clubhouse 7 in the bridge room. And it's a 2-hour session, some bridge, and of course the social aspect. And at the end of the 6 weeks, people will be much better than they were before, or they're like, I remember how much fun this is.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play more.
That's good. I think that's an important thing, is to make sure that you kind of brush up on your skills, because it's a skill set that you have to have.
It is, and we have an ongoing program with that. About every once a week, we have lectures on some skills that you might have forgotten or you wanted to learn. And then we have some classes, 2-hour classes as well. Our whole education program is designed to help people learn a little bit more about bridge in a social atmosphere.
Right. Well, and let's talk a little bit about some of the benefits of playing bridge. I mean, obviously you've already touched on one being social, but it's actually really good for your brain too, right?
Well, there's been a study, UCI did a study, and bridge was one of the #1 things to keep your brain active and preventing Alzheimer's or those types of things. So it's just a great program to keep your brain sharp.
I think that's great. And then socially, of course, interestingly enough, there was like a match made in heaven there, right?
Well, there was. About 9 years ago, I guess it was, my wife and I took a beginning bridge class. And we, after a couple classes, we started dating. And then we found out we really liked each other and got married about a year later. We're on a honeymoon ever since.
Aw, that's so adorable. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I think that's great. And then you've got something else that's happening in June. Let's talk a little bit about that. It's called a new minor forcing class. What is that?
Sure. So just as we've been talking about a class that is for newer players, on the other end of the spectrum, we have classes for experienced players who are at a different place in their skill set. And so this is one of those classes. The instructor, Marjorie Michelin, who lives in the village, by the way,
I like Marjorie.
is a nationally recognized expert, and we are fortunate enough to be able to tap into her expertise as a player and instructor. So she's doing a course on a technical aspect of more advanced bridge, which is called new minor forcing, which just refers to a technique within the bidding systems, which advanced players will recognize, but maybe they don't play it as well as they would like. So this is for that intermediate to advanced player who wants to tighten up some skills. And it's one of many such courses that we have for the more advanced players, to balance off what we have for the less experienced players.
Now, if somebody wanted all of this information in one spot, they can just go to your website, right? Would it
Absolutely.
be there? Okay, good. And that's that website is lagunabridge.com, and they can certainly get that information there, which is excellent. Now, if somebody had any questions directly, we do have a phone number that we can share with everybody, and that's 949-677-6728. So would they call that number if for any reason they just didn't have the website, or what?
Didn't have the website, wanted more information, and you're going to actually reach Bill.
Oh, okay, great.
Right.
Wow.
And it can be, it's any kind of a question. It could be anything from, I'm looking to learn more about the bridge club, to I know about the bridge club, but I need a partner for Thursday, to I have an idea that I'd like to share, but anything at all. Again, the whole concept of being welcoming and inclusive, we're looking for people, and so any ideas,
Wonderful.
Bring it on.
Love it. All right, well, thank you both so much. I appreciate the information, and good luck to you.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Good.
And remember, if you want more information about the Bridge Club, you can go to lagunabridge.com, or you can call Bill at his direct line, which is 949-677-6728, and he will be more than happy to help you find a partner. We'll be right back.
No.